Okay, now let's start our course. And at the beginning of the course, I would like to explain our policy for distance teaching. I do hope everyone is safe during these days. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon because it is a very difficult period. So I hope you can understand our policy. During this period, we need to use this kind of teaching. I hope you can still learn your best in this way because we have no choice due to the virus situation. I hope you can understand. I do like the interactive teaching method in classroom, but we still need to accept this situation of virus. Life is the most important for everyone. I do hope we can pass this period very quick and go back to the university and enjoy the interactive teaching method. Anyway, in these days, I will do my best to give you the best video for teaching. For teaching method, TA will send you the link of YouTube one day before the class. We will have practice time to review the teaching and practice some questions. So please, you need to watch the video before the practice as more as you can. And then you know how to answer the practice. And in the practice time, TA will give you the practice questions. As well, TA will also host the full process of practice time. If you have any questions, you can ask the TA. For the purpose of easy understanding, TA may use Spanish for conversation because on the internet, sometimes the connection condition is not so good. If you speak English, maybe it's not easy for understanding. But TA speak local language, Spanish. It will be easy for you to understand. That's why we will do all our best for you to understand. Yeah, so please understand our policy. If you still have some questions after practice time, TA will tell me and I will reply you in the teaching video. Because at the time of TA, most of the time you are writing your practice. And if you have question, TA will help you to answer. If everybody have the same question, and the TA will tell me, and I will reply you in the teaching video. Thank you very much. Okay, now we will go back to our course. And the course is actually we are going to discuss elements. Elements here we have 9 components, 9 variables. We will start here to learn more about this 9 stress tensor. 9 variable, 9 stress tensor. Okay, let's go ahead. Yes, before we are talking about this 9 variable, and we are learn more about this 9 variable. Yeah, keep going. For any kind of any shape of the material and subject different kind of force. That means any kind of force apply on the material, and take off. You can look. Is a P1, P2, and the moment 1. And the elements of the material, we can get sigma xx, sigma xy, sigma xz, sigma yy, the yx, sigma yy, sigma yz, and the sigma gx, sigma gy, sigma gz. So 9 variables. And case 1. All shear stress is symmetric. All shear stress is symmetric. This is a question, and is a knowledge you will learn during master degree. But I will tell you why. Very easy. Maybe you will learn later in your after you are undergraduate, and when you learn in master degree. This is the Earth. And everybody stand on the Earth. And we have a gravity. So I think everybody on the Earth, you should have a gravity. Like you have a weight. You cannot escape from the Earth because you have a gravity. Gravity in physics, we call it the inertial force. So everybody have its own inertial force on the Earth. But do you have an inertial moment? On the Earth, inertial moment of material on Earth is equal to 0. Therefore, sigma xy is sigma yx. Sigma y, sigma gx equal to sigma xg, sigma yg equal to sigma gy, due to inertial moment 0. You can feel when you jump up from the high building, you will drop on the ground. But you never rotate by yourself. That means you never rotate. You only inertial force to the earth. So as a material on the earth, there is no inertial moment. So when you go to calculate, and you can get this. But it's very difficult, beyond your capability. So we do not derive for you here. You may learn during your master degree for advanced mechanics. You will learn this idea. So therefore, in this case, we may get the result. Only 6. Only 6. We only have a 6 variable because we call this is a symmetric. So only 6 variables. Okay. So this is I say this is case 1. And we still go to case 2. Case 2. If the problem we reduce to bending, like this, loading, and also with moment. And then we also take an element out. Inside we have sigma xx, sigma xy, sigma xg, sigma yy, sigma yg, sigma dg. Okay, now everybody try to know and try to find how many variables equal to 0. In this case, because we need to write down the axis first, it's similar to x, y, g. We would like to tell you this is a x, y, g, the same as here. Okay, x, y, g. So please answer me. Do you think xx equal to 0? That means, do you think there is a this kind of stress here, how do you think? Do you think there's this kind of stress here? Yes, according to your learn before, because of bending there's a moment, and actually the moment there is a tensile stress and a compression stress here, tensile and compression. So there is a sigma xx in this element. You should be very sure. And how about sigma xy? According to our definition, sigma xy is the plane. Sorry. Sigma xy is a plane x and the force y. So what is the plane x? The plane x means the positive direction x is the plane. So the plane x here. So the plane x should be here, because the normal is here. So the plane x here, and the y should be here. Y should be the direction. So it's a y direction here. So the sigma xy is kind of shear stress here. Shear stress here. According to your learning before, so there is a shear stress here because this is a bending. So okay, so these two exist. How about sigma z? Sigma xz, that means according to the definition, and it is a plane x and the force g, force on the direction. So the direction g here is no force. The direction, this direction here, no force. So you may assure here is 0. And also the force g here, 0. And the sigma zg is the stress, this direction. So no force in this direction, so also 0. So you may get all the force on the z direction is 0. So you should be 0, 0, 0 here. And how about sigma yy? The meaning of sigma yy is actual force here. Because in this member, there is no compression like this, also no extension like this. So in this member, there is no any stress yy direction. So it should be also 0. So that means in this case, in the bending, the case only 2 variables. Sigma xx and sigma xy, or you will say it's a tau xy or sigma x. Okay, let's go to case 3. Case 3 is an actual load. For example, like this. Okay, similar. We write down like this. Okay, again, this is a y direction. So this is a y direction. So should be and sigma yy exist because this is a y direction. Okay, let's consider another variable. How about xx? Because in this direction, there is no compression and no tensile stress, so should be 0 here. How about the sigma xy? That means actual on the plane x, and the force is on this direction. So in this case, it's a pure actual. So no any shear stress on the member. So you can say no shear stress, and also no shear stress, and also no shear stress. How about the GG? The GG direction also no extension, no compression. So also 0. So in this case, we only one variable. We call sigma xx, or sometimes we only call sigma x. So only one variable. So you already understand, and from case 1, 6 variable, and case 2, 2 variable, and case 3, only 1 variable. So more and more easy. Let's go to the final case. The case 4. Case 4, we say is a kind of plane stress. That is meaning like this. This is a plate. It's a shin plate. And we have a stress like this. And we also have a moment. Also, we take a moment, element, go out to look. And the same, we write down sigma xx, sigma xy, sigma xg, sigma yy, sigma yg, sigma gg. X, Y, G. Okay, so now we try to analysis. So in this case, we have the force in the y direction. We have the force in the y direction. So you should be the yy here exist because we have the force in this direction. So should be exist yy, and we also have the tensile or compression stress here, force here. So we have a xx. we still have exist. And we have moments, so we should have the shear stress here. So the shear stress is xy and also yx. So should be exist. How about xg? The meaning of xg is the force on the g direction, because in this case there's no any force in g direction. So it's in this case is equal to 0, because no force in g direction. And how about gg? Because in this direction we still have no compression or tensile load, so it's also 0. So we have 3 variables in this case. We call sigma xx, sigma xy, sigma yy, or sometimes we call sigma x, tau xy, and sigma y. Okay, now let's take a rest.